What's going on, guys? Patrick here, bringing you a brand new video today. We've got another killer video for you guys full of information. Today we're going to be looking at Bitcoin up 9 million% over the last decade. We're also going to be looking at some Bitcoin technical analysis, as well as the #1 tool I recommend for anybody who is trading cryptocurrencies or holding any altcoin. Before we get started with that though, if you guys are interested in making money trading cryptocurrencies, make sure you check out the first link in the description or the first link in the comments for the Cryptocurrency Trade Alert group. I post every single one of the trades that brought us to a six-figure portfolio in the group. So if you're a complete beginner, if you don't have time to do technical analysis or you don't know how to do technical analysis, you can copy my exact trades. It takes 2 to 3 minutes to set up, and after that, profits taken automatically for you. So it becomes very, very passive. We have altcoin trades, we have leverage trades, and we have the #1 community in the cryptocurrency space, full of people ready and able to answer any question that you might have 24/7. We also still have the holiday sale going on, so happy new year to everyone. January 1st, 2020. I'm excited. I think 2020 is going to be a really great year for the crypto space, and we do still have that holiday sale where you get 80% off your first month. So your first month is only $10, so it pretty much wipes out all excuse that anybody could have in regards to not starting to make money in the crypto space. But enough about that. Happy New Year. Like I said, let's get started with the video. First things first, look at exactly what happened to Bitcoin. Very similar to what I told you guys I was expecting and what I was watching for when it came to the actual Bitcoin trade. Remember, I said somewhere in this range was where we were going to be looking at starting to catch a long, right? Potentially dollar cost averaging, having several entries, and from there start to secure profits along the way up. And as of right now, you guys can tell we have hit a high of roughly $7,234 on the BitMEX chart. And if we go to BTC USDT on the Binance chart, it's going to be around 7,256. So a little bit of a difference. Like I said, there is a difference between exchanges. And when I tell you guys something and I'm showing you the BitMEX chart, that is the price relative to BitMEX. So if you are going to use that analysis, or if you are going to use anything that I say, again, I'm not a financial advisor, this is not financial advice, but if you are going to be using anything that I say and you're on a different exchange like BTC USDT on Binance, for example, you're not leverage trading, then very simply you can adjust the price. You'll notice right now on Binance it's 7,232. On BitMEX it's 7,209. You can adjust the prices relative to the exchange that you're going to be using. It's very simple. And if you're shorting Bitcoin on Binance, all you would have to do is sell to USDT, right? You're going to be holding USDT, then have your target set, have your stop loss set. Then once you start hitting targets on your short, you would then start buying back Bitcoin so that you would therefore have more Bitcoin. It'd be the equivalent of shorting Bitcoin on a leverage exchange, just without the leverage part, but it still allows you to short it. So that's basically what happened with Bitcoin recently in terms of this move since the last time that I made a video. I believe last time I made a video, we were trading somewhere in here. So then we saw that pullback, and then we saw that bounce right back up, right? So that's sort of what happened before. What's happening now for Bitcoin? Well, what I expect to happen now is starting for us to see a top somewhere in this range over here, right? So anywhere in between here or where we are right now, starting to see a top here and a bit of a pullback. So that's started. I'm waiting to see confirmation and see the indication that that's exactly what we're going for. And then naturally, I will update everybody in the Trade Alert group if we are going to have a trade based off of this move. So that's currently what I'm looking at right now. I can give you guys just the insight, the overview of what I'm looking at. On the hourly, you'll notice that we are starting to see the stochastic get overextended. We're seeing the MACD and the RSI still have room to potentially go up, but this move that I'm talking about is not a massive move down into the $5,000. This is just a move back down, potentially cooling off of a short-term move on the hourly chart. Now, if we do zoom out to the 4 hourly, because I love to do this as well, we notice the EMA ribbons are starting to tighten up, acting as very strong resistance over here as well for Bitcoin. A few rejections if we just go find our way over here. A few rejections already. We see 1 wick. Zoom in for you. We see 1 wick, 2 wicks actually already coming in to try to test this EMA ribbon and then being rejected from that. So again, signs there that we could be seeing some Bitcoin weakness and that we might be seeing Bitcoin drop back down, have a little bit of a cool off before it attempts to break again. And even if we zoom back out to the daily, now daily is a little less useful when it comes to these videos just because I do these videos almost every other day. So daily chart wise, we only get 1 or 2 new candles between videos, but same thing we can see here that we saw last time, a few rejections coming off of the daily EMA ribbon on the daily chart. we are seeing strong rejections and a lot of resistance at the top as well. So that's kind of what we're looking at on the daily time frame and the 4 hourly time frame. and even on the 1 hour time frame. Like I said, we are starting to see strong resistance on all of the time frames, so that could be the indicator for exactly what I was talking about. And again, I opened both the charts because I wanted to explain to you guys that it's very easy to trade across different exchanges. You don't have to be using BitMEX. I use BitMEX. I have a link for BitMEX and for Bybit, two of the leverage exchanges that I use, one for long-term trades, one for scalp trades and shorter term trades. That's the reason I have an account on both. I recommend you guys do the same if that's something you want to do. And again, links for those are down below in the description. But if you're not leverage trading, then it's very easy to be able to make money on Binance as well. You just won't have the leverage. Now, Bitcoin is up 8.9 million% by the time this article was written. I believe it's closer to 9 million%, but still, yeah, 8.99. It's a very small difference. It's gained 8.9 million% over just the last decade. If you can name me something else that's done that over a decade, I'd be impressed, because I really don't think we'd be able to. But overall, that's a huge growth. And again, people are starting to think, what is this next decade going to hold for us? And I want to take this opportunity, since it's the 1st of January 2020, to ask you guys, what do you think? Let me know in the comments down below right now. Fast forward 10 years from now, we're getting close to 2030. It sounds crazy. It sounds a long way away. We're getting close to 2030. What do you think the crypto space is going to look like? What do you think Bitcoin price is going to look like? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below right now. And I'm going to go through all of them. I'm going to read all of them and maybe even feature some of you guys in a video if we have some pretty creative answers. Moving on from that, coin market cap just under $193 billion in market cap. Bitcoin, every time we load it in the last 24 hours, is seeing very, very small movements, it seems. Obviously, we had on the weekly chart, we've seen a high, we've seen two lows, but when it comes to change in the last 24 hours, things are very, very slow. It is green, but it's only green by 0.16%. So at any moment, we can refresh it and it could be down. Now, Swipe's the biggest gainer of the day, up 22%. If you look at that, it doesn't look like the most healthy chart I've ever seen. Seal, same thing. Other than that, we do scroll down. We start seeing a pretty even split, I think, between green and red in the market. Naturally, Bitcoin is up 0.16, so it's not dragging the altcoins in either direction. It's a pretty sideways day, with the biggest loser being Bitcoin, down 20%. Take a look at that graph. That graph looks pretty manipulated. I don't know, just saying. It's down 20% either way in the last 24 hours. Luna is down 8%, and a lot of other altcoins naturally are in the red as well. Now, the tool that I was talking about before, 3commas. This is a tool that I've used for over a year now, well over a year now, and I pretty much have never talked about it in a video, right? So what I decided to do, I might have mentioned it once or twice before, but it's something that I just don't talk about often in videos for whatever reason. But I do get a lot of questions asking me, what tools should you be using to track your portfolio, to manage your portfolio? And honestly, the number one all-in-one tool is 3commas. Now, they're not paying me to say this whatsoever. So you can get 40% off the annual plan and 30% off the semi-annual plan. You can go ahead to the pricing. You'll be able to see that when you log in. There's a link for that down below as well. Again, not something I talk about often. They don't pay me to talk about them whatsoever, but I have been using them for over a year, and I absolutely love them. They have bots in here, as you guys can tell. You can mess around with bots. They have smart trades. They pretty much allow you to monitor your portfolio, see the track record, see what you're holding, everything in there, all from one place. And like I said, the bot feature, you can actually copy bots that are successful and implement them for yourselves and just have them run. So it's overall very fun. There's a lot of features to it. You'll probably enjoy just messing around with it. But I figured if you guys are interested, there is a link down below for that. And I would throw that in there because I believe it's the last day for you guys to get this coupon code. Now, Binance is also going to support the newly announced Ethereum upgrade. So that's naturally good news. In terms of news today, there wasn't too much going on in terms of, like I said, just like headline articles. But we did have a little bit of an update. I wanted to update you guys on the technical analysis side and what I see happening now that what we talked about previously started to complete, what exactly we see happening now in the very short term, in the next few hours, for example, because I like to update you guys on these videos on the 4-hourly and the hourly, because that way I think you guys, we have new content every time I upload the video, and you guys can follow along with my thought process on there. But in the new decade, crypto is going to become essential like email. So this tying in with what I said before, asking you guys what you think the next decade is going to hold in store for us, what we're going to have happening in the next decade for crypto. So we have the Winklevoss twins, or one of the Winklevoss twins, Tyler Winklevoss, who said that in the next decade, he believes crypto is going to be essential like email. Now, a lot of people think email is dead, probably very far from the truth. It might not be what it once was, but it's still really up there in terms of business use. And he thinks crypto is going to become as essential as email. Everybody knows email. Everybody uses, or most people use email. Majority of people check their email at least on a daily basis, if not every other day. And its basically point is it's very highly used. And therefore, if crypto is going to become as essential like email, it's going to be very highly used, and we would see a huge explosion in the space compared to everybody that's in right now. There's a very small demographic, very small amount of people that are currently in the crypto space. Although it might seem like there's a lot, there's really not that many people, especially if you start calculating, how much Bitcoin's in certain addresses. You'll notice it's a very small amount of people that have any form of say or have any form of, involvement in the crypto space. So this would be really, really cool. And again, I asked you guys before and I want to ask you guys again, it's also going to count for you guys to enter the future giveaways that we do. Let me know down below right now. Fast forward 10 years, next decade, what do you think we have in store for the crypto market? Do you think Bitcoin's going to be on top? Is it going to be Ethereum? Is it going to be XRP? What do you think is going to happen? Let me know your thoughts down below. And last but not least, I promised you guys we were going to do the giveaway on Wednesday, and we're doing another one on Friday. So before you do anything, make sure you're subscribed, make sure you're leaving comments down below to increase your chance of winning, and make sure you are hitting that thumbs up button for this video so you guys can check back in on Friday to see if you did win that giveaway. But let's see who the winner is. Fast forward, hopefully no spam. All right, and the winner, again, I cut these because sometimes there's spam, and otherwise, while this thing is doing the raffle and picking, I just kind of sit here and not say something, and I figured might as well cut that out so we can keep the video clean. Winner is Francesca Nicholas. Great trade call, amazing. I believe you're referring to the trade call that I posted in the last video for you guys, where I talked about the entry point and then starting to scale our exits. If you are in that, I would highly recommend already starting to scale an exit. Again, I never give you guys financial advice. I'm just sharing with you what I'm looking for specifically and what I see happening in the market. But if that does go ahead and make you money, then I always love to see that as well. If you can apply that into your own technical analysis, even better. I love hearing about that too. But Francesca, congratulations. All you have to do to claim your giveaway is send me a message, or send me a message on Telegram, send me a message on Instagram, or send me an email. All the links to that are in the description of this video, so go ahead and do that. And guys, like I said, we're doing a lot of these giveaways all the time. 2020 is going to be a fun year, and I want you guys to be involved, so make sure you are subscribed, leaving tons of comments, and hit that thumbs up button. Guys, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you on Friday for another video.